by simply listening. Slow down. See just how peaceful today can be. Greetings, children. It's I, your obedient servant, Sebastian Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Vincent twice. You can always call me Bennett. Here on me is Festus. As always, when we can, say hi to the Pam Cam. On the 21st. So excited to get started with Spiderman, the Dragon's Challenge, and Legend of Mana, and reserving the right to do random things after that, if not more Spider-Man, if we still have Steve after that. Alright, thanks so much, and wish us luck. Hope you have a great time. Catch you guys on the flip side. Gather your cryptids.
Capital to personally direct its defense. If defeat comes, I will take my own life. The man who promised to govern the world can hardly sleep and only eats chocolates and cake. General Joseph that General Walter Wenck's 12th Army should abandon the Eastern Front and return to take part in the defense of Japan together with Theodore
Festus, you're distracted.
and decide to escape with their men to the and surrender to the
You're giving us some Quentin Tarantino time loops. Chromosonnets. blocked any chance at seeing any screen. I'm just scratching my face.
I only hesitated bringing it to you, Mr. Ryder, because it's not one of a kind.
I told you I'm not interested in replicas, however cleverly they're done.
Good Lord, it's not a replica, Mr. Ryder. What I meant was that there's a companion piece to this one, which is owned by the royal family.
Of what country?
Why, of England, of course.
Of course. Lily! Maureen? What else have you to show me today, Mrs. Brent?
This one's rather special. There's only one of these in the entire world, Mr. Ryder. Interestingly enough, it was commissioned by the Empress Dowager in 1864 and then later presented to the King of Portugal in 1866.
Mr. Ryder? Would you excuse me, please?
Minlo Chan has just left for New York.
New York? Are you positive?
I'm positive. My man just saw him get on the plane.
How could they let him leave the mainland with those charges against him?
Supposedly, there's a witness in New York that can prove that Min is innocent.
If he's found innocent by that People's Court, then he'll award the contract for the construction of the steel mill in Shantung to the Canadians. However, if he's found guilty, or if he never leaves New York, then his assistant will take over, and my company is certain to get that contract. It's a $1 billion contract, Mr. Evans. As much as I'm opposed to violence, Minlo Chan must die in New York.
I just can't get over it.
What is that, Jonah?
Well, we're the same age, but who would ever guess that? Nobody, that's who.
You look very distinguished, my friend.
Oh, distinguished,
And
yeah.
blanket.
But I can't get over how much younger you look. We went to college together. Did he ever tell you that?
Yes?
I got better grades than he did. Dated prettier girls than
The
he
pillow
did.
or the blanket?
That's not quite true.
For some of the time. I was even voted by my clubs the man most likely to succeed.
And you have, impressively.
Oh, well, yeah, I've got a few newspapers and such. But you're not only younger looking than I am, but you're the Minister of Industrial Development for China. And I'm still just a newspaper man.
You are too modest, Jonah.
Well, how was lunch? Very nice.
Is the afternoon paper out yet?
It's on your desk.
Good. Would you mind showing Emily around the plant while Min and I have a little chat?
Oh, I'd be glad to. I'll just get someone to cover the phones, and then I will give you the VIP tour.
You're very kind.
Most flattering.
It's my pleasure. Sit down, sit down. Well, there are a million things that I'd like to ask you about China. I hardly know where to begin.
I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first, may I impose on our friendship?
Anything you want, just ask for it.
It's a large favor, and it's for me personally.
Min, as I've gotten older, I've gotten to be quite a grump. And if there's anything I lose patience with, it's beating around the bush.
Back in 1946, before I came to this country, I was an agent for the Chinese army.
You were a spy?
One day, when we were in the region north of Peking, this man came to me with the news that the U.S. Marine station in Qingdao would like to meet with me. He was a school teacher with a good reputation. So I met with the Marines, 3 of them. They wanted to know the size of the army that was marching on Peking, the number of tanks and armored vehicles, for which they would pay me $10,000.
An offer that I presume you refused.
Of course I refused, and that was the end of it, until a few months ago. Jonah, can you help me find those 3 Marines?
Well, 1946. That was a long time ago, but I guess if I contact some of my friends at the State Department.
No, your government must not know about this.
But, men, if I check this...
I can't take the risk, Joe. There are people in your government who would like to see me convicted of the charges that will be brought against me.
Charges?
I will be charged with having sold secret information of the Chinese army to the U.S. Marines. And I will also be charged with having robbed and killed the Chinese school teacher that brought us together. If you are thinking that you don't want to be involved, I understand.
Men, you were always very good at calculus in college and chemistry and physics. But as I recall, you were never very good at reading minds. I know you. I know you're not a thief. I know you're not a murderer. Of course, I'll help you if I can.
Thank you, Jonah.
Now, how about finding these 3 ex-Marines help you?
They know that I'm innocent. They're the only ones who could give testimony to the Board of Inquiry in China.
I see. All I've got to do is to locate 3 ex-Marines without involving the State Department. I think I've got it. Peter Parker did a feature story about a Marine officer a few weeks ago. Maybe he's got him in. Give me Peter Parker.
Major Collings? Peter, how are you? This is great. Listen, I need your help, unofficially.
Okay.
Now, this could save a man's career, maybe even his life. I need to know the names and whereabouts of those 3 Marines.
That's the only clue in this picture?
No, I know that they were all in North China together. They were in Tsingtao, China, in September of 1946. Their mission was to buy secret military information about Mao's army.
Well, that's better. How soon you need it?
Yesterday.
How about tomorrow?
That would be good. Oh, it's also very important
Bam!
this inquiry not be traced back
I think
to one
that's Ted
newspaper or anyone
Danson.
on it.
Peter.
Major,
Tiny, but maybe yes.
Okay. You were straight when you wrote that article about me.
so you'll call me tomorrow with their names and last known whereabouts.
Right. At Tsingtao, China, September 1946.
Who else is in the house with them?
Housekeeper and a cook.
I'm still suffering from jet lag.
What you need is a steam bath. Dry steam. Works for me every time.
What I need is some sleep. You guys figure out some genius plan to knock off the old guy, will you? I want to take a nap.
Okay, the first name on our list is Jonathan Fleming.
I appreciate your help very much, Mr. Parker.
Well, I didn't do much. My friend at the Marine Corps got these names for me. Now, Mr. Min, I want you to understand that we may have nothing at all on these men here, but if we don't, we'll just look elsewhere.
It seems strange being here in this morgue, as you call it, trying to find 3 men who, for all I know, may be dead.
Okay. Faber. Fillmore. Fine. Excuse me for a minute, please.
Pam,
Yes.
it's all spiritual. Can you read it?
No.
It's a spiritual tree.
Oh, that. On the game,
Pam? Pam. Could you read the spiritual tree or was it too small? The whole brass section came out in Spider-Man to celebrate him getting into the suit. Pam, it's Spider-Man versus the guys with guns. It's Spider-Man. You're gonna miss him. Oh, but what? I couldn't hear if you could read the tree. And if you see Spider-Man in action, he's gonna put the webbing on him.
Inside the building.
Oh, is the tree too small to read?
We got the man. The only thing we're missing is a motive.
From my perspective, yes.
Oh no.
Certain there's nothing you can tell me, Mr. Mann? He just got here 3 days ago, Lieutenant.
There may be a way to adjust quality.
For more than 30 years. Okay?
There will be a complete set of pictures and the story about the mysterious gunman on the front page of the next edition.
Well, if Spider-Man shows up, tell him I need him as a material witness. Otherwise, I can only book the guy for possession of a deadly weapon, and I can hardly hold him very long on a charge like that. I'll be in touch. Thank you, Lieutenant. Kill the story.
I think it's going away.
You heard me. I said kill the story about the gunman stalking through the morgue while Min was here. And I don't want anybody talking about it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Joe. You're welcome. And that goes for you, too, Parker. It's never happened.
I understand, but let's be honest. There were only 2 people down here in this morgue, and the gunman obviously wasn't coming after me. Really, it seems to me like you need round-the-clock police protection.
You're absolutely right, Peter. But I can't afford to attract that kind of attention. My superiors will hear about it. Your government will hear about it. No, I guess I just have to be more careful.
I don't think you understand.
Just drop it, Parker.
Perhaps I should stay at home. Peter, when you collect the information about the 3 men, will you please come over to my niece's house?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I'm a little tired, Joe. Would you mind getting me a cab?
Certainly.
What happened to my call to Hong Kong? No, I don't want you to call me back. Try it now. I'll hold on.
and Mr. Zyder.
Chung? Put the boss on, will you?
Evan's calling you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Evans. We almost got him, but... Spare me the details, Mr. Evans. When are you going to try again? Tomorrow. Then call me tomorrow. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, Mr. Zyder. You see, he's gotten involved with one of the newspapers. And I think they're going to get him police protection. I don't want to hear the sordid details. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Just do it. Let me know when it's done. That's all he says. Just do it. Who does he think I am? He's highly paid, trained bear. Very funny.
Hey, listen. We're gonna need another guy. Woolsey's gonna be in the slammer for a while, so we're gonna need someone.
Okay. But this time, get me somebody who's smart, will ya?
You got it.
So, you've got nothing to tell me, huh?
Well, where shall I begin? I was born of average parents in a small hamlet nestled in the Pocono Mountains.
Peter.
It was all woods, green, forests, streams. It was wild corn. It was Indian country. And there were signs all over the place of this...
The robbery or the shooting or whatever it was that happened in the Bugle press room yesterday. I heard all about it from Lieutenant Olson.
Yeah, well, we killed that story.
I know. Why?
To save a man's life, Julie.
What man?
Just skip it, okay?
Yeah, well, level with me and I might.
Look, I just don't think it would be safe for you to know about this.
You're sounding ridiculously melodramatic, and I'm sick of you protecting me, Peter.
Well, some ladies like to be protected.
Well, tell me the truth, and let me decide if I want to be protected or not. We've been through a lot together.
Yeah, I know.
Have I ever let you down? I mean, have I ever breached a confidence? If you've told me to lay off the story and I've agreed to, have I ever gone back on my word?
Okay. The man who was captured is probably an assassin.
I don't know, Uncle. Perhaps you're putting too much trust in Mr. Jameson and his people.
One can only trust whom one trusts.
Now, Uncle, you're getting very Chinese on me.
Very well, my Americans. Whom do you trust?
My family, you, of course, and no one else.
When you get older, when you fall in love, when you have to depend on other people besides your family, then you'll be more trusting.
Perhaps.
Hold it.
We'll give them a minute to get comfortable.
Mr. Man. Emily?
Thank you for coming, Peter.
Yes, well, I got information on each of the three men. Now, it's not very up-to-date, at least at the start.
Very good. Emily, Peter will surely have some tea.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Uncle, were you expecting someone?
Will you please pour the young man a cup of tea?
All right, honey. Kiss your uncle goodbye. All right. Get everybody out of here but the old man.
That yo-yo jumped out the window.
Well, we got what we came for. Get the ladies out of here.
I'm not leaving my uncle.
Better do as they say.
No. I'm not going to cooperate with these killers.
Who said anything about killing? All we want to do is ask him a few questions.
You tried to kill him yesterday, and if it weren't for...
Lloyd.
It's an emergency.
Emily.
History 1750 to Kamar, code 2. 7X8 Claire. Control 2 Dodgers.
You can see.
Well, did he have a heart attack?
Leave me alone.
But Emily,
He's an old man who left us. You ran away.
No, I ran to get the police.
Away. Just go
I
away.
realize how upset you are.
Give her a break.
I didn't know your uncle had a weak heart.
You're a coward. You left us to be killed. I never want to see you again.
She's just upset. She's scared. Listen, Pete, I have to get a description of that third man from you. The one who got away, I got it from the young lady, but she was so... Pete. Peter.
Rita took Lou's Stemple. I'd like you to take this guy. His name's Martin Fulmer. And I'll take Jonathan Fleming.
Papa Fulmer, you want me to interview him?
No, just stick to the telephone. You see, the people who tried to kill Min also have those men's files. Just try to find them, and once you do, let me know as soon as possible.
How long do we have?
I don't know. It'll be a race to see who finds them first. Now, I told Rita that we should all get together tomorrow afternoon and see what we've come up with. So why don't you meet me here outside my building, okay? That's it.
How is Mr. Man?
I don't know.
To the hospital?
Look, thanks a lot for helping out. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
What about their fingerprints as a way to find these guys?
I already got the fingerprints from the Marine Corps. I gave them to Lieutenant Olson. He should have something for me in the morning.
Peter, it's not your fault that Mr. Man had a heart attack. Hey, it sounds to me like his heart attack was caused by the strain of those guys busting into the house waving guns around.
Emily blames me for running away.
To get the police. Peter. Good night.
Emily, it's only because I have to prevent anyone from knowing that I'm Spider-Man that I ran away.
You're a coward. You left us to be killed.
Only I could tell you.
I never want to see you again.
I didn't know you had a bad heart, Mr. Min. If I had known, I wouldn't have run away. I swear I wouldn't have run away.
Excuse me. Menlo Chan's room, please.
944.
How is he, Emily?
It's too early to tell.
I I mean, is he conscious?
Yes, he's conscious. And sweet as always.
And furthermore, you've turned this into some kind of cheap farce with your bungling.
Mr. Zyder, I told you he had a heart attack. A bad heart attack.
How do you know that?
One of my men had a few drinks with one of the nurses who was taking care of him. He's in a bad way.
I want him dead.
I know. We're working on a plan. He'll never leave the hospital alive.
If you ever expect to step foot in Asia again, you will not fail.
Believe me, Mr. Zyder, I won't fail.
What about the photographs of those Marines?
The men obviously is trying to locate the Marines in the pictures.
They're probably involved in the charges of corruption against him. You better find them before he does, and then persuade them not to cooperate.
It'll be expensive.
I want that contract to build the steel mill in Shantung. I don't care about the expenses. Don't you understand that, man?
Okay. And what about the newspaper photographer?
He's obviously trying to help men find those men. Get rid of him.
I'll take care of everything. Goodbye. You get in that hospital ward and figure out the best time to hit the old man. Bertino, you and I have got to go and arrange to buy some confidential computer records. Then I want you to wipe out that photographer. His name is Peter Parker.
Courses in Far East history.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a couple of minutes, I'd like to talk to you.
A dental appointment. Have to be brief, I'm afraid.
Well, thank you. You know, I remember so much about your course. It really made an impression on me. I'm not exactly sure why, but it did.
Really?
Yes. I've been working for a newspaper for the last year or so. I've encountered some really fascinating people, interesting stories. It's amazing, you know. Some of them are funny. Some of them are not so funny.
Yeah. You still have another minute, Mr. Parker. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Problem is, I just don't know how to say it.
Perhaps some other time.
It's about Minlo Chan, the Chinese gentleman you were with in North China in 1946. You were in the Marines, and your name was Jonathan Fleming, which is your real name. I'm not trying to invade your privacy.
Already have.
It is very important. Please let me explain.
I'm just going to pretend. We never had this conversation. You understand?
I was just there.
No big deal.
What'll it take to get me loose, Spider-Man?
Oh, you're not going anywhere.
I can't afford another felony.
Is that a fact?
I meant it. They get me on another rap with a gun and I'm gone forever.
You work for the guy who tried to kill the Chinese minister, right? When are they going to try to kill him again?
Ask for something else, anything else. They're gonna get him in the hospital tomorrow night.
Okay, now I need to know names and where I can find them.
Don't ask me that. They'll get me in whatever jail they put me in and they'll kill me.
You're right. What are they going to do about the 3 ex-Marines?
2 guys are gonna pick up some microfilm in the Brooklyn Subway Museum tomorrow at 4:30. Microfilm will tell my boss where to find the Marines.
Okay.
I'll tell the police you were very cooperative.
Said that it was okay to move it.
It's too dangerous. He's had a bad attack. I don't want him to die.
Folks.
They were planning to try to kill him here tomorrow night. How do you know that?
From Spiderman.
Spiderman told you.
Yes, we're friends.
It's true they are.
The View's got lots of stories and photographs just because of Peter's relationship with Spider-Man.
I don't see what you and Dad have. I don't doubt the 2 of you.
The View will print the story of Min's death on the front page of tomorrow's afternoon edition.
And so will the Register.
He is the best way to keep him alive.
Then early tomorrow, the doctor will move him into surgery. After the surgery, we'll have him transferred into a private hospital. Is that okay?
All right. If you 2 are willing to do that, I see no reason why I should oppose it.
Good. Then let's go in and tell your uncle we're all in agreement.
I appreciate you too. I was in right there. I do think it will keep me alive. I'm sure of it. Peter, Emily, I want you both to make me a promise. Whatever you want.
What, Uncle?
No matter what happens, I want you
You girls want one?
No, thanks.
What's the matter?
Bursitis. Thank you. Well, keep Mr. Min safe for a little while anyway.
Now all we have to do is hope that they read the papers.
Okay, so what did you two find out about our ex-Marines?
Sorry, Peter, but Lou Stemple is dead. Killed in an industrial accident about 3 years ago in Cleveland. And I couldn't track down any of his living relatives.
Well, what I got was slightly better. Not a lot, though. Martin Fulmer is in the intensive care unit of a veterans hospital in Florida.
You're kidding. Well, how's he doing?
Well, he'll be out of intensive care in a week or 10 days. But then it's bed rest for a couple weeks at least. He almost died on the operating table.
Oh, great. So that leaves us with Jonathan Fleming, who's going under the name of Roderick Dent. Oh, he's alive and well, all right. But he ran like a bandit when I confronted him.
You think he'd be more receptive to two ladies?
I tell you what, if I strike out with him tomorrow, he's all yours.
He's your only hope. You've got to get him to cooperate.
I know.
Well, where's the microfilm?
Spiderman. You idiot. Have you any idea how much it cost to get that microfilm? Had it, and you blew it? Somebody tipped them off.
Don't give me that. I'm going to teach you to blow a gig. Bang! You're dead, Joe.
What's going on? This is what's going on.
So I'm going back to Hong Kong Hill, that's what. Menlo Chan is dead. I'm taking a plane tomorrow night. While I'm gone, you guys tail that newspaper to touch. Just make sure there's nothing funny going on.
I know this is hard. What you said before is true. I am invading your privacy, but I am not interested in anything that you have to say. I just thought that if you knew that a man's career, I mean his whole life was at stake, that you might be willing to watch. You thought wrong, Mr. Parker. I'm not trying to blaspheme. Goodbye, Mr. Parker. Wait just a minute. You don't read. I happen to know that you stole the $10,000. I also know that you killed the Chinese school teacher. I know that you were court-martialed, that you spent 2 years in jail, and that you received a dishonorable discharge. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you.
Doesn't make any difference.
You've got to help me. I mean, you just have to help me.
That's ironic. That's very ironic.
What? What is?
Those are the exact words I said to my buddy back in China. I told him that he knew I didn't kill that teacher, that he had to help me.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you did not kill the Chinese school teacher?
That's right, Mr. Parker. My buddy, Lou Stemple, stole the money and shot the teacher. Oh, he planted some of the money in my belongings. Just enough so they made a case against me. Like you, no one else believed me.
Well, I admit it is difficult to believe. And your buddy Stemple is dead, so we can't ask him now, can we?
I have proof now, but it's just a little late.
What do you have?
Poor Lou Stemple died. He sent me a letter. He was a religious man, it seemed. And in the letter, he confessed that he killed the teacher and stole the money. Asked my forgiveness. I even wrote him back, forgiving him. You imagine that? Forgiving him.
And you say that you have this letter that Stemple wrote you?
Yeah. Suppose I'll save it until I die. You know, he sent a photograph of the teacher and his wife and kids. For some reason, Stemple kept it. God knows why.
So, if you have the letter and a photograph, and with your testimony, we just might be able to help Mr. Min. Now, will you try?
If the Chinese would believe neither Min nor I killed the teacher, then maybe...
just maybe the Marine Corps would believe it, too.
My newspaper will back you on that. You know they will.
I'd like to remove that stain from my record. From my life. I really would. Keep failing. Where's Mr. Zyder? It's done.
That's awful face.
So, the newspaper photographer and Min's niece are coming to Hong Kong with that ex-Marine. I don't see what you're so upset about. Min is dead. That's what I was supposed to do, wasn't it? See that he never returned from New York alive. Well, okay. Died of a heart attack instead of a bullet in the head, but he's dead. That's what you wanted. That's what you've got. And why do you suppose that the photographer and Min's niece and the ex-Marine are coming here? I don't know. Come on, Mr. Evans. Make a stab at it. Well, to clear his name, so that the ex-Marine can testify to clear Min's name. Very good, Mr. Evans. Why would that be important to Min, inasmuch as he is dead? I guess it's the Chinese thing about honor and keeping one's name clean for the ancestors. And what are you laughing at? He's laughing at your ignorance, Mr. Evans. That's what he's laughing at. You've lived in China for years, and you don't know a thing about the Chinese. But it's in the paper. I mean, you can see it. The photographer works on paper. Photographer. Han Min's niece and an ex-Marine are coming to China to vindicate Min. And then, Mr. Evans, Min-Lo Chan will mysteriously return from the dead and take over as Minister of Industrial Development, and I will lose the contract to build a steel mill. I made some inquiries. There was no funeral. The body was not returned to China. You have been asked, Mr. Evans. Min-Lo Chan's about as dead as you are. Well, the newspaper photographer and the girl have seen me, so I guess Chung better tell them. Good idea, Mr. Evans. Get rid of the ex-Marine or anybody else who tries to stop you. Make it look like an accident. Because the Hong Kong police are not as inefficient as they are back in the States. Yes, Mr. Zyder. Do not fail this time, Mr. Evans. Because if you do, the Hong Kong newspapers will carry an account of your trial and death. This time it'll be true. I guarantee it. I'm going to pick the Kung Fu men myself. They're my men. I'll them. My life depends on this gig coming off right. I'm going to make sure that we can guide to kill first and think later.
Pan American Flight 687, now arriving at Gate 2.
That's me. Hi, Emily Chao. We are to meet my uncle's cousin at a nearby temple.
Now, wait just a minute. Now, your uncle didn't say anything about meeting anybody anywhere.
It must have been an afterthought. Peter, you're too suspicious. We're in Hong Kong, not New York City.
She's right, Peter.
Boy. Good boy, yes you are. What in the world is that doing?
He's a famous general from ancient Chinese history, General Hung, the tamer of dragons.
It's beautiful.
Hi，我係廖志德，係你表哥，好歡迎你哋嚟香港。
唔該晒你寄回來啊！
你今次到香港咧，我非常之歡喜。點啊？你好嘛？
啊，幾好啊！This is my uncle's cousin, Liu Qi-dan.
Are you sure he is who he says he is? You've never seen him before.
你點知我會嚟㗎？
關於信封入邊有你嘅班機號數同埋啲信息。
Apparently, my uncle sent it along with a letter.
Robert.
而家我明啦。
我怕要後日咧先至可以陪阿教授去過境。關於入境手續咧都要相當時間先可以搞得掂嘅。
There will be a 2-day delay before you can be taken across the border. Red tape.
First time I've ever been delighted about red tape. Now there's time to see Hong Kong again.
Well, we'll see. Like I told you, the danger is not over until
I agreed to come. And I'm going through what I said I would. But don't start telling me I have to spend the next 2 days in a hotel.
為咗安全起見，我就介紹咗呢兩位冇有冇功嘅朋友陪住你哋。直至到教授咧搭火車去廣州為止。等我嚟介紹，呢位就係史皇天，呢位就係洪敬生。
你咁幫忙唔該晒噃。These two men will keep us company for the next 2 days and keep us from harm. Thank you.
18 when I was here. Hong Kong was all people and rickshaws and bicycles. Harbor was filled with junk. Of course, they weren't motorized then.
You know, even though we've got these two guys guarding us, I really think we should stay away from crowds as much as possible.
In Hong Kong? Are you kidding, Peter?
Well, you know what I mean. We are so close now. I just don't want to blow it.
Look at that skyline, will you? Hardly any of those buildings were here when I was here.
It is quite beautiful, don't you think, Peter?
Yeah, sure is. Just promise me you won't sneak off by yourself, that you'll stay with us and the guards.
Okay, pal, you got a deal. You get a good night's sleep tonight. Because at 6 a.m. tomorrow, we are all going sightseeing.
They still come out here every morning, just like they did. Graceful, isn't it? It's a lot prettier than jogging.
I wish I knew how to shadow box.
Damn! It's Tai Chi! Damn! Damn!
Hold on. Yes.
Missed the Tai Chi and now they're kicking statues.
That's okay. I have no idea what's going on in the movie.
Spider-Man is trying to stop the bad guys. Spider-Man always tries to stop the bad guys.
Very, very good hand.
While saying a prayer, they shake the sticks until one falls out. Now, each stick has a number. The number of the stick helps provide an answer to their prayer. But that has to be interpreted by the soothsayer. But the line between two of them are often unclear.
Let's have a look around some more, and then how about some lunch?
All right? And then, the Aberdeen Street Market.
Afterwards, I think we should go right back to the hotel. I really think we need the rest.
I vote for that.
Okay, it's a deal.
Well, what'd you find out?
They're going to have lunch, then to the Aberdeen Street Market.
You earned your money. You're through for the day.
You know, Taoism is a beautiful religion. Their gods live among the stars.
Their supreme deity is called the Jade Emperor or Yak Wong. Professor Fleming forgets I did take one of his classes. Now, there are 3 special star gods. The gods of happiness, prosperity, and long life.
You do have a good memory.
Well, you made the course live for me. It would be hard to forget.
Let me help you, Emily. There it is. Aberdeen Market.
I don't know, Mr. Fleming. It looks like it would sure be easy for us to get separated in there.
Nothing to worry about, I tell you.
No, I guess you're right. I worry too much.
Here we have some fabrics. All of you just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful fabrics.
My name's Pam Molly. Nice to meet you. And let me meet my TV. Oh shit! Come here. You like to talk about coffee? I got him in second look, and that next thing about he's actually
Congratulations.
You have to make sure you have somebody in your family that'll take away and let you.
I gotta dispose of the professor. Whatever you say. But I don't want him traced to me. Let's not get careless. Why don't I take him to a farm in the new territory? No one knows him there. He can have a quiet, peaceful grave without anyone nosing around. Good idea. Okay? That's the way I'll do it. Fine. You wouldn't have really had me killed if I didn't get the professor. You know, they've been faster. Sure. I just had to ask you. Wouldn't understand. Let me know when you finally finish the job. You bet.
What's that for?
I'll explain it to you later.
Tortilla. This should help.
Yeah, well, along with these posters, maybe the police now can get some leads. Taxi! Will you take us to the one-chai helicopter pad, please?
I still don't understand why we need a helicopter.
To try to find Mr. Fleming!
But how?
I dropped an electronic beeper in his pocket. It's got a range of a half a mile. If we can pick up the beeper's transmission, we can find Fleming. Let's go! It's picked up the transmission from the electronic beeper.
You're a newspaper photographer. What are you doing with electronic beepers and things like that?
I'm also working on my PhD in physics. Electronic gadgets are sort of my hobby.
You just want to crisscross the whole of the island?
That's right, and then do the same thing over Kowloon.
Okay.
Still nothing from the beeper?
No, nothing.
Just time for one more sleep. Then I'll go back to refuel.
Mr. Zyder? Evans. We've got a problem. Yeah, I know about the newspapers. But the police have posters of Fleming all over the place. They're all over the walls here in Fanling. We could have been seen. I don't like it. Okay. I'll wait for your call.
Hey, you want a beer or soda? Your throat must be dry.
Don't confuse me. If you're kind to me before you kill me, I'll die with mixed emotions. Thanks anyway.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Zyder.
Must be down in one of those farmhouses. You better find a place to set this thing down.
Peter!
Look, Emily, I've got this whole thing figured out.
Yes, Mr. Zyder. We'll leave right now.
We're moving him to a junk at Aberdeen. How are we going to get him out without being seen?
There was a couple of wooden crates outside that store where you bought the beer.
Yes?
Go get one. We'll put them in that.
Can you go there?
Here's what I want you to do. We'll stay in touch on these. The pilot will show you how to use it.
Okay, but shouldn't we tell the police?
No. There isn't any time.
You look Chinese if you don't show your face.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole idea. I want you to get back up in that chopper. If I need help, you'll be the first to know.
Peter, where are you going?
Fleming must be in this village.
I'm getting very close.
Emily, something strange is going on here. The signal seems to be getting weaker.
Almost like he's moving away from me.
The only thing that's serious that's moving away from you is that man that just passed you.
Okay, pick me up where you drop me off.
Where's he headed? Towards the tunnel. That road's the wrong dead end of the jump barrel. Okay, get me down, quick.
Hello, there we go. Make it louder, you.
Hello. Let's see. I go book, and then I go biz talk, and I go lots of windows. My goodness. Nope. Oh no. Okay, that's better. Yay. Okay, so everything is going good, I think. Okay. Bam! You're in time for the Spider-Man Kung Fu duel. Wow! The stunts! That looked painful, man. Oh no. Oh my gosh. A Spider-Man high dive. They took him out. Those punks.
Peter, thank goodness you're all right. I feel like such a fool calling you a coward like I did. I didn't realize you were Spider-Man. I'm so sorry, Peter.
Never mind about that.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
The doctor says you should rest for a while.
Where?
Peter,
Please, Emily, tell me now. Where is he?
we followed them to the Connaught Tower. They took him in that wooden crate.
Okay. Tell the doctor to please remove the needles.
佢要你落起啲針。
好啦。
Have you lost your mind? It was the only thing I could think to do. So you brought him here.
To my office. Spiderman attacked us at the Aberdeen Harbor. We stopped him, but it created a lot of attention. Too many people. I didn't know where else to bring him.
Where's Chao?
He cut out.
He's smart, not like you. Where are the rest of the men?
Outside on the terrace. Mr. Zyder, it's Sunday. Nobody else was in the building but the janitors. We had the professor in a box. No one saw him. No one was suspicious.
We'll wait. Until dark.
Spiderman. I didn't know you worked outside New York.
I don't, usually.
Thank you for clearing my uncle.
I was happy to be able to do it.
Well, we're in your debt.
How is your uncle?
I spoke with him this morning. He's much better, thank you.
So, my secret is safe with you?
Of course. I won't tell anyone that you're Spider-Man. Anyway, I won't have anyone to tell. I've decided I should stay here and learn what it means to be Chinese.
Yeah, I can understand that. But I'll miss you.
Pan American flight number 2 for San Francisco, now boarding at gate 14.
Will you ever come back to Hong Kong?
Well, I have a reason to now. Did I say that all right?
Yes, perfectly. I shall always remember you, too.
Final call, please, for Pan American Airlines, flight number 2 departing for San Francisco.
Maytag knows cats shed, which is why Maytag engineered the Pet Pro washer to remove 5 times.
People really lead glamorous, exciting lives.
Huh?
Well, you get to cover world-shaking events, like the opening of a brand new glass and steel beehive.
Oh, come on, Rita. This is one of the most modern, fully equipped, computer-controlled, and button-down buildings in the whole world.
That's fascinating, Pete.
Yeah, you're right. It's a beautiful building, and it can do everything but fly. But who cares? But if Mr. Jameson wasn't one of the honored guests of this shindig, the Bugle wouldn't even be covering it.
I'm him. Oh, pretty.
That's, Julie Masters.
The competition.
She sure is. She spoiled 4 of my best pictures last week.
Well, the way I hear you talk about her, she may be the competition, but she's definitely not the enemy. Not personally.
Well, no, not personally. But I better be catching up with her. She'll be giving me nothing but trouble.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Oh, please be back by 4:30.
Will do.
Now, don't forget, the handbrake on the car doesn't work.
Trust me.
Rita, this was the cheapest car I could find, so you better keep your eye on the temperature gauge.
Peter, if you don't get inside pretty quick, you're going to miss what's happening.
Yeah, that had occurred to me.
We also sought to incorporate in our design the ultimate technology available in the areas of security, public conveyance, and safety systems. And I think we succeeded. They are all computer controlled, automated and monitored by a computer setup so sophisticated it even monitors itself and therefore operates for the most part unattended. We are especially proud of how it integrates with the system of 452 solid steel fire doors which we developed for this tower. Furthermore, the 958 computer can sense and detect fire, precisely determine its location in the building, and signal sets of fire doors to close automatically. Now, this serves to seal off the affected area and isolate the source. And there are other unique features of the CIVA building. Occupied, this magnificent tower will provide a working space for 16,000 new employees. Now that's 16,000 jobs that could have gone to the citizens of any other major city in the world. But Cross, Inverness, Vermeer, and Amato chose New York City to build their new headquarters. And credit for that choice goes to the people seated before you. And I'd like you all to join me in thanking them. First is Deputy Mayor Nugent.
So far, so good.
Are you sure you got it all together?
Equipment's ready, sir.
No, that's not what I meant, and you know it.
Man, you know I like keeping my feet on the ground. Look, Major, I don't want anything to do with that scaffold.
Oh, come on now, Duke. It has a safety harness. Nothing can happen to you. Now, who's going to set up the explosives on that roof if you don't, huh? You have a job to do, Duke. Listen, nobody can do it better than you can. Nobody. And I'm depending on you.
Okay.
Next, the distinguished editor and publisher of one of New York's finest newspapers, Mr. J. Jonah Jameson.
Julie, what are you doing?
It's called striking back.
Look, he's my boss. If I don't get a good picture of him, I'm finished.
Now we're even.
And lastly, the vice president in charge of corporate affairs,
Hi, Pam. Is it too dark? Go turn on the lamp. Actually,
they sent a couple of crash landing pictures.
Come on.
Take that. One sec. Ugh. Oh no. Where's Microsoft? All right, say something. What? Hang on. Why are you making no sound? Are you on mute? Did you hit the mute button? Okay, so why would she be muted on my end if it's... Oh, is it because it's stupid? No, it looks unmuted over here. I don't understand. Here, I'll call you back. Might as well unpause Spiderman if it works. Okay, here we go.
Operator, this is an emergency. Get me fire and rescue right away. Right. The CIVA tower. There's a man right over the side of the scaffolding. He's hanging underneath it.
I think I have to do something else first.
Oh, yeah? Can you hear me now?
Well, I can hear you, but before you hit the share video button, I have to share my window, but I have to find my window because I have a billion windows.
Okay.
In fact, that's the problem. I just need to close the billions of windows.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Shoot. Okay, now try.
Hello.
I see you. The Pam Cam is back in action, and Star Wars is in action, and Spider-Man is...
I'm heading to bed.
Oh! As always, say goodnight to the Pam Cam. Say goodnight to the Pam Cam.
Take it easy.
Night.
Night.
Still got to close everything down.
Well, you can chill out as long as like. It's good to get the goodbye out of the way in advance, so you don't have to at a moment's notice.
It'll be dark shortly.
Yeah, but it's kind of dark over here too.
Awesome feedback going on here. Oh my God. That's it.
What did you just do? Mr. Farnham. I told her we didn't just break in here. You see? Listen. No alarm. She hasn't made a sound. I asked her not. We can do whatever we want now, and she won't make any protest ever. Yes. She's one of a kind. Beautiful, isn't she? Only cooperative, I hope. Can revise the program. Of course I can. She doesn't know how to say no to me. You see, the more sophisticated the lady, the more vulnerable she is to someone who knows her well. It leaves me a lot of time to get ahead.
Exciting things have been going on here. Register's going to have pictures of Spiderman on the front page tomorrow. Will there be a go?
Absolutely. I was with him every step of the way. In fact, I got him from a high, kind of dramatic angle. You know, any pictures taken from here will look like they were taken from the second floor.
Good. Now you ready to take some pictures of that computer that Mr. Rio was telling us about?
Well, sure, just as soon as I reload.
Good. Let's go.
Sure, follow me.
Good. Taste it and you beat it. How do you feel? No more.
Oh,
Hello, Mr. Farnham? Win, Mr. Farnham. Now look at the monitor. You see? He thinks there's a fire in the garage. But not one sound of alarm. Soon she'll think there's a fire on every floor in the tower. Put the maintenance mode at garage level. Of course, I asked her to.
Mind if I tag along?
Well, you'll have to tag us an elevator first. They're playing hard to get. Take elevators just for the fun of it. Take tours of the place and climb them up. Just where this computer room will tell us about. Just a couple of them. We'll fight over walk.
What's going on here? Looks like we're trapped on this floor. Please, everybody quiet, please. I think that he can explain what has probably happened.
Now, I know you all heard me say that those steel doors were designed to seal off zones of the tower endangered by fire. But if there really were a fire, we'd be hearing an alarm by now. Now, I believe this condition is the result of a computer malfunction of some kind. I'm sure it will correct itself shortly. Now, in the
It's a
meantime,
Star Wars thing.
Your attention, please. This is Major E.W. Foster speaking.
Yes, the force is with you tonight, eh?
All of its occupants have been taken
One
hostage
sec,
by
what?
fully armed, highly trained,
So the force isn't with you tonight, huh?
my command. They have been given strict orders to harm no one who cooperates with us.
I had to mute everything. I don't understand that sentence.
You said it was a Star Wars thing. I said, I guess the force isn't with you tonight.
No, I got the challenge point by using the harpoon and tow cable to tie up the legs of the Imperial AT-AT Walker. It's just, it was very stressful to do so. Lots of high speed, high banking.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see here.
Only those who oppose us or act against us need fear for their safety.
Ready to plug your phone
Remainder
in.
of this message is directed to Deputy Mayor
Can't
Edward
afford in
Nugent.
the dark.
Deputy Mayor, responsibility for these people's lives is in your hands. You can protect them and buy their freedom by arranging a ransom of $10 million. Money is to be put in an armored vehicle and is to be driven to this building. Time is now exactly 2:20. Considering traffic conditions at this hour and the time necessary to assemble, count, and package that much currency, the armored vehicle has to be to this building no later than 3:47. The telephone on the tower level is still operative. You may use it to make your necessary arrangements. If you do not adhere precisely to my instructions, or if you inform the police and they decide to mount a counteroffensive, all of your lives will be terminated. Thank you very much.
You really think they'd kill us all? Listen, we've had a lot of dealings with terrorists lately. It's a mistake not to take them seriously.
Thing sounds impossible. No, not really, sir. I mean, well, just imagine what would happen if somebody were to pump toxic gas into that air conditioning system.
That's right. For that matter, excuse me. The structural integrity of this tower is provided by 6 strategic perimeter supports. Now, enough explosive force applied to any 2 of them, and it would topple like a house of cards.
Let's get to the phone, Ed.
Mr. Rito, I'm a scientist myself, and I understand something about computer operations. I know that some of them are going to work on a remote access capability, a telephone line.
Now, this one only responds to a direct input terminal commands.
Well, what floor is the computer on?
18th.
A lot of explosions.
What if we were to shut down?
Surprised they had those in the budget.
To just pull the plug on the place.
They can't. The building has its own power generator. Nothing would change anyway. The computer would continue to operate in its present mode of control.
So in other words, the only way that we're going to open the fire doors and release everybody is to somehow get to the computer and return it to its original program.
That's it. But considering the fire doors on intervening levels, it'd be like trying to crack a bank vault with a set of drafting tools.
All right. Thank you.
So, Pam can't say goodnight.
All right, as always, say goodnight to the Pam Cam. Good night, Pam Cam.
Good night. Talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
But
Henry, keep the voice cool when we find out who we're dealing with, will you?
Yeah, I got it. Anything else? Good. We can use everything you can tell us about. Well, you certainly have. Thanks again, Colonel. Appreciate the cooperation. What'd you get? Foster, EW, Major U.S. Army. Bronze Star, 3 Purple Hearts, DSC, etc., etc. Dishonorary discharge, May 15th of last year, after putting in 18 years. Got caught with his hand in a black market cookie jar. Angry, bitter, and persecuted. And brilliant. High marks in commandability, tactical know-how, and composure under fire. We're up against a battle-hardened pro. Well, I'll see. Operator, let me have the computer room. 1802. She's doing just fine.
Hello?
This is Lieutenant Ramirez. I'm with the New York Police Department. I'd like to speak with a Major Foster, please.
You got him. State your business, Lieutenant.
Major, I've been authorized to tell you that the city is already working to comply fully with your request.
Oh, that's very good. Then there's nothing further for us to discuss.
I'm begging your pardon, sir. There are a few points I'd like us to go over.
Oh, yes. Nice try, Ramirez, but I know the routine, so forget it. There's nothing for us to negotiate.
Yeah, but Major,
As you were, Lieutenant.
we can forget talking about it. The status of those tech boys are mobilized. Chopper on his way now.
Probably a tech shop just off the roof. Enough plastic explosive up there to blow that roof off.
Spider-Man.
What?
You're going to save me. You could have disarmed the explosives. They might be moving in right now.
Well, they are. We would have heard it if they opened that door. No one is going to disarm that. Upon them. Attack, counterattack. Ready?
She's ready.
Maximum air velocity.
Okay. Controls make no sense. They're different from every other game. Thank you. Oh. What did that do? It's Cinema Cam. Die because of Cinema Cam. went in a circle, didn't I?
Charge here, although I don't know what I did to pull this duty. Hey, I appreciate what you did. Thanks. Hey, Schechter, go down below and take a look at that door down there, will you?
Wait just a minute. The other side of that thing is packed with plastic explosives. You lift the top off of that and you'll blow the top 5 floors of this building clear to Jersey.
Yeah, they come down pretty hard on littering over there, don't they, huh? No, that's why I keep a bomb boy on the squad. It helps hold the whole group together. Hey, Schechter, go down there and give me a second opinion on that door, huh?
All right, Mr. Farnham. Not the sleeping bastard. What's your vote?
Right, it's a real hot one. The door acts as a detonator. Opening it would be like hitting the switch.
Oh, isn't there anything you can do?
It'll take a couple hours. The building ought to be empty first.
Well, then back off. I better check with Ramirez first.
Now, what's happening?
Now I'm afraid it's the air conditioning.
A couple of hours? All we got is about 14 minutes.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Lieutenant, because we don't have any options up here.
Let me have the message. Lieutenant, this is Spider. I could get into the computer room through the window.
Forget it. We've run out of time. They've won the skirmish. I'm having the money brought in. They could have planted explosives all over the building. You pop through that window and maybe all we get is a big bang and a lot of dead hostages. No. I say we pay and try to nail them when they leave.
I'm having
I might be
trouble.
able to try another way.
I don't think you have a chance. Anyway, I got a pretty tight psych throw on the leader. Says he was raised on the honor system. Keeps his word. Walter, listen up. Get your team into that chopper. I want you ready to track that armored car in case it leaves with Foster in his group.
All right, Lieutenant.
Attention, please. Seems that the police department has foolishly decided to mount a coup. I am forced, therefore, to take countermeasures to ensure that no further interference occurs. Some of you are already feeling a little drowsy. In a few moments, you'll all be asleep because of the sleeping gas that we are pumping through the air conditioning vents. Mr. Deputy Mayor, please tell the police department to have that ransom delivered exactly on time. $10 million. Put up the front of the building. Just bought the appearance.
What?
Yeah, I know a tech team on the roof wasn't part of our deal. Yeah, but listen, the money's here. But I want your word on the safety of those hostages.
You have it. Now, no more chit-chat, Lieutenant. I want that $10 million loaded onto the window washer's gondola.
You got it.
Pleasure doing business with you, Lieutenant. Shut down the air conditioning, lower the gondola.
did for the shield. And all we need is to use the time of destruction of the computer to occur a few moments of absolute ignorance. You're not serious. Destroy this beauty. That's very funny. This one there is? Thank you very much. We come to the product at this level. You were kidding me about what you said, weren't you? Have we gone to the product? Yes, sir. It's done, Mr. Ford. Who can test the explosive device? A few moments after the entire base. She's gone. I hate it. Very well. Now hurry up with those backpacks. Come on, Mr. Farnham.
You okay?
Yes. How are you?
Oh, I got zapped by the gas out in the hallway. Stay here, okay? Mr. Jameson, you okay?
Yes. I think so.
Probably be a lot more comfortable in this chair. Can you make it? With pleasure.
What about Farnham? Go and look. Could he get back to the computer in time enough to prevent it from blowing up? No way. Good. He's gone. We don't need him. He can't hurt us. Come on. Yeah, but come on.
stars together in universes. This wasn't necessary. She could have been disconnected. She might have had a few components removed, that's all. It would have accomplished the same thing. But no. He had to cripple her. Who? Who crippled her? Mr. Forster. He didn't understand her. He didn't like her. He didn't care. But then he should be punished for what he did to her. Yes. He should be caught and punished. It would be fair if he were punished for doing this. If you tell me where he is, I'll see to it that he's caught and punished. I promise you.
Let's not get excited. We're almost finished here. Let's not get overrun. Are you all right? Yeah, let's go. Come on.
You're harming my focus. But luckily, you're not punished for aiming at those things, so why does that matter? Ugh.
Better go and see what happened to him. Go on, Hannah. Let's leave him. It sounded like somebody attacked him. Go on. Come on, we're almost out of here now. Look, Hannah, go on.
I should grab, like, the health kits if I see one.
Give me your pack, I'll hold it. Go on, Hannah.
just bought 5 of the rarest coins.
Sally told me you were here. There's something I got to tell you.
What's that?
I was pretty upset when you went to the slam.
Robot monster.
Well, how do you think I felt about it?
Hey, stop that. I'm being serious.
What do I want?
I do appreciate it.
How did you know Mrs. Gray wasn't guilty?
I don't really know. You know, I never knew anyone who had absolutely no defense at all like that. It's kind of hard to explain, really. Rita, look, you know how I am about filing. Now, I've got to find one here on a guy named Amos Dalton. The file should be about 11 years old. Will you find it for me? Sure. Thank you.
Where will you be when I find it?
I've just been robbed. Now it's top secret. Secure the terminal. Yes, sir. I'll help you to escape. Secure the terminal now.
Hello, Mr. Jameson. Yeah, I know where he is. I'll call him right away. Yes, sir. Hello, Peter? Rita. The airport's been quarantined.
I know you people got word of the quarantine on the press wire, but this is not a crisis. We have placed one terminal in quarantine because a passenger may, and underline may, have come in contact with a communicable disease. Now, this is just a precautionary measure to determine if, in fact, there is any danger, if anyone has been exposed.
Or can you identify the disease and tell us the flight's origin?
No, sir.
Well, how long will the quarantine last?
I don't know.
How many people were on the plane?
The health department officer in charge will be able to answer all of those questions just as soon as he finishes his work.
Oh, Peter, I'm sorry.
Julie, how come you're only a klutz when I'm taking a picture? If the whole airport is quarantined, why can't we go down and meet the passengers as they're released?
Right, why do we have to stay up here? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, but we do not want to create a panic. The situation will be resolved in a few minutes, and I have to ask you to please remain here.
You think we had the plague? First time I've ever been locked in an airport with
Why didn't the guy give us more information? The whole thing doesn't wash.
Got anything, Julie?
Nothing much. The place is crawling. Security.
Madrid via London is now in its final boarding stages at 87. Passengers, flight 10.
Where you going? Chris has got to be behind the roll.
I'm
Jim McCann, the FBI. He wants to talk to me. Okay, Jim, what's going on here? Peter,
Peter, you're supposed to... Excuse me, are you with the health department? I don't think you've met before. No comment. Well, perhaps you could comment. What is your name?
Peter, I said no comment. All right, let's go. What is that?
Peter Parker, reporter from the Bugle. Hey, Jim.
How did you get out there?
In a coach, pulled by 12 mice.
Isn't that Jim again? Why would the FBI be involved in a quarantine situation?
Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe they're just passing through.
Accident, huh?
You got it? Is that empty? Yeah, figures. Whoever put this one together is probably long gone by now.
Well, I'll open the terminal and we'll keep some heavy security on for a while in the area, just in case.
From London, gate 4. Flight 30 now arriving in London.
Well, you're not being a klutz. You're really very nice.
When I'm not being a klutz.
Truth?
No, I don't trust you.
Hey, that hurts me. It really does. Peter, I don't think that's at all fair.
Since when have you ever been fair?
Well, it'll be different from now on. See, I had to prove myself. You know, small town girl in the big city, on trial, needing a job. You understand.
I do, and nothing has changed.
Look, the jokes and the flip talk, the competing, I mean, that's part of me, but not the most important part.
It's what I see and what I hear.
I'm not tough, really. I'm not manipulating. I'm not self-sufficient.
So actually, you're just kind of a green pup, huh?
You've got to believe me. It matters.
Did he do that?
I guess. I kind of need you to like me.
How is this one not the next one? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I have good news. The incident is over, and it was no crisis.
What do you mean?
I mean, the passenger we were worried about turned out to have a bad cold. Nothing serious. Again, I'd like to apologize for the inconvenience, and thank you very much for your cooperation. You believe him?
Like I said, it doesn't work.
Quarantine a whole airport because the guy has a cold? Okay, I'll see you later. Jim, come on. How about telling me what's going on?
Would you prefer no comment or a lie?
The FBI doesn't get involved in a quarantine, and that guy in there is no health department official. Now, what's that? You're wasting time, Peter. Forget it.
That's the girl who took the photograph of me. Stay with her.
My car's in the annex lot. Do you need a ride back to town?
No, thanks. My bike's there too.
Here, see you later.
10 chances to take on this punk. Okay, that gun does nothing. Okay, I need like some kind of shields. Where are my tracers? Where are my seekers? This isn't cool. So his life doesn't reset when you die? Well, that's pointless. He has no chance. Well, I better go get my challenge point. Hey! I have to get health and a challenge. You have my challenge point. Or health. Is the health gone? Wait a minute. The health power-ups are gone too? Okay, fine. I don't need the challenge point. This...
Are you okay?
Yeah, but just don't stand there. Find it.
If I can't find you, I'm gonna go get the challenge point again.
State Department.
Well, what was he doing with McGann at the airport?
How should I know?
He didn't want to be identified, but he was giving orders. Now, why would the State Department and the FBI both be involved in a simple quarantine case?
Have you tried the health department?
Mm-hmm. And they backed up McGann. But Rita has a friend she called at the
Challenge point is still...
You may be right. There's much to go on.
Add the fact that Julie Masters' camera was stolen and then thrown away after the film.
Don't run.
Now, somebody was very, very anxious not to have their
Running.
Government people?
Well, I don't know, but clearly the government was involved.
I've got some connections to the State Department. I'll call them, see what I can find out. So get out of here.
Hey, Pete. Still no answer to Julie, and her editor doesn't know where she is.
Terrific.
So, what about the quarantine at the airport that everybody's pretending didn't happen?
Mr. Jameson's letting me dig into it.
That's great. That's not great?
Well, yeah, it is, but...
Listen, Pete, he has to pay you more money if you write the story. And even if he pays you the stringer rate, why, you could get as much as...
Yeah, I know all that, Rita, but...
But what? Listen, you can always use some extra bread. You borrowed $10 from me yesterday. And now that you're about to get a double paycheck this week, you are decidedly gloomy.
It's just that I'm worried about Julie.
Words out that that lady can take care of herself.
Not against guys like the one that stole her camera. Okay, Rita, I'll see you later.
Well, where are you going in case Mr. J wants to reach you?
I'm going to hang out at Julie's apartment in case she shows up. Oh. What?
You are the sly one, I'll tell you that.
Rita, cut it out, would you?
Me? Listen, Pete, she works for the competition. That means you are supposed to compete with her. You see, not aid and comfort her. She's the enemy, remember?
Just keep trying to find her, will you?
The NATO defense plans. Price? $2 million. Of course I remember my original proposal. Where money is involved, I never forget. I raised the price because the documents are more valuable than I thought. I don't like delays. You trying to stall? I get verification from your government and arrange to have the money delivered by Tuesday. If you can make it any sooner, so much the better. Keep in touch with my office. Tuesday? Waiting around could be dangerous. But we have no choice if we want top price. We'll stay undercover.
I developed it, but it's new film. It's never been exposed. There's nothing on it.
Now, wait a minute. That's the film I took out of the camera. Maybe she didn't take a picture. Maybe she just... I saw that woman take that picture. Now, we are sitting ducks on $2 million worth of NATO defense plans if anybody sees that photograph.
Did the girl who took it tell you?
What difference does that make? The State Department people and the FBI know me. What if they see those pictures? Now, we can assume that this woman is a photographer for a metropolitan newspaper. Find out who she is, where she lives, where she works. I want the negatives and the prints that might have been made from them. The negatives and the prints. No mistakes this time. No excuses.
Right.
Rita, call the State Department. Get me Mike Callahan. See if he can put me in touch with Arnold Evans.
Okay, I'll try to reach him at Mr. Jameson, when would you like to see Mr. Evans?
What do you mean when? I want to see him as soon as possible.
Walked in to see you, Mr. Jameson, when your secretary said you were trying to reach me.
Yes, it was. Sit down. What do you say to that?
It's not very flattering.
Don't hand me that fairy tale about the quarantine at the airport.
I won't.
You're not going to convince me that you and McGann were prowling around the airport just because some incoming passenger had a slight cold. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. What do you mean I won't?
Some enormously valuable and embarrassing documents were stolen from a courier at the airports. We closed things down as fast as we could, but we were too late. They got away. But you're right. The quarantine was a cover story.
My man Parker saw through that story.
Well, I thought he might. That's why I'm here. I do hope, sir, you're going to put a muzzle on Mr. Parker.
You're asking me to kill a page one story.
That's right.
Sounds like an attempted cover-up of some bureaucratic mess.
Oh, it's a mess. And we do want to cover it up. But it's not bureaucracy. This is national security.
The standard excuse.
That's right. But this time it's more than just an excuse. This time is a very real crisis. And we do need your cooperation.
All right, you've got it.
Thank you. Now, please keep this discussion strictly confidential. For contacting the police and other possibly involved persons, you're to keep hands off. We can't risk anyone but police and the FBI getting near this case. I give you my word. If we go public, your paper will get the beat.
All right.
girl. What about the negative and prints? Over?
Got them. I'm going to bind these and then check around and make sure there aren't any others.
You had company while you were out, ma'am. This guy, a two-bit burglar.
Two-bits is about all he could get in my apartment.
These creeps will grab anything they can sell to a fence. You wouldn't believe what they'll steal.
Murphy, this is her pad. Will you let her in?
Hi, Julie. I'm afraid there's been an attempted burglary.
I know. I saw your men outside.
I don't think they got away with anything, but you better take a look around.
Sofa, chair, plant. I could check the cupboard and see if the pancake flour is still there. Terrific. I've lived here 3 days and already I'm ripped off. What are you doing here?
I was just driving by. What's happening?
Some guy just ripped off my plate.
You're kidding. Well, did they take a lot of stuff?
I don't think so.
Julie, do you think maybe
Oh. This is Peter Parker. He works for the Bugle.
We know each other.
Lieutenant Murphy, come on.
Is this walkie-talkie yours?
I never saw it before.
It's unusual. A cheap rip-off artist doesn't stay in touch with an outside man.
Maybe I just attract a better class of burglar.
Excuse me, what are these ashes here?
It looks like burned photographs. Or melted film.
I didn't burn anything.
Did you have any pictures in here that anybody might want destroyed?
I can't imagine what.
Why would this guy take time to set a fire? Are you sure there isn't something embarrassing or incriminating?
Wait a minute. This morning at the airport, you were taking pictures. Have you developed them yet?
Yes, and made a proof sheet. But they weren't important or significant. The negative and the sheet are gone. I guess that's what's left.
Were you one of the reporters covering the airport quarantine?
Yes.
Like you say, it's probably nothing. Just some kook gets a kick out of setting fires.
Well, no, wait a minute, Lieutenant. You said yourself that the use of a walkie-talkie is very unusual. I mean, there's more to it than that. You see, these pictures were taken at the airport. Now, Julie's camera was also stolen at the airport. The FBI was involved, and so was the State Department. Don't you see? It all fits. Everything is connected to the airport. On top of that...
Peter, the airport is out of my jurisdiction.
thought maybe you could check it out. I'll touch base with the detective.
Don't hold your breath. Julie, you get this back after the track. Chao.
Did you notice something kind of strange about Martinez when I mentioned the airport?
Yeah, he really lost interest.
No, I don't think so. I think he gained interest and was covering it up.
Why?
I don't know. Let's just say I've got a hunch, and if I'm right, you could be.
That's ridiculous.
That didn't do anything.
Look, why did they steal your camera? Why did somebody bring it here?
My camera was stolen. You weren't with me.
The cop told me about it at the airport.
Yeah, well, it still doesn't mean I'm in danger.
Julie, the thief
No.
who stole your camera wasn't the thief. He threw it away. What he wanted was the film.
Could be. The police found the empty camera and returned it to me.
Okay, then you just stay put until I figure this whole thing out.
Now, look, Peter, if you
Just
don't
don't let anybody in this apartment that you don't know.
Nobody is going to hurt me. You've been taking panic pills.
You've been taking stubborn pills.
Goodbye, Peter.
Are you absolutely sure that there was nothing on that burned out film that anybody else saw?
Nothing. Shots of the airport manager, the plane on the ground, one of the guards. Who care about any of that? Goodbye again, Peter.
I'm so confused. Oh, well, there's somebody.
Guaranteed the film was burned.
Where do you come
Wait
from?
till make Carl talk.
Well, the worst that can happen is that he'll be sentenced to a few months in jail.
A scary
And after that,
face.
well, he'll collect $500,000 for keeping his mouth shut. But the girl who took the photograph of me, she saw me.
But she doesn't have the picture anymore.
She saw me. She knew I was there. The authorities have a look at the mug books. She'll find me and identify me.
She will not identify you.
Wait.
Who's there? Who's there? Lieutenant Martinez, please.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going to have to keep an eye on Julie while I'm digging into this story.
The activities of a rival photographer are not my concern, and they shouldn't be yours. Let the register handle it.
Shoot.
I've got another assignment for you.
Earlier today, you agreed that I should cover this story. What happened to change your mind?
I followed through in the airport situation with my contacts. The authorities are handling the matter. In the meantime, you're going to cover the opening of the flower show.
You've got to be joking.
Yes?
Telephone call for Peter.
Since when does he get calls on my phone?
Well, that's all right. I'll take it. Hello?
I just wanted to tell you that I stopped taking stubborn pills.
Julie, what's happened?
I think somebody tried to break in.
Look, don't take any chances. Just call the police.
I have. They're on their way. I just wanted to apologize. Oh, they're here now. Everything is okay.
All right. Take care. Another attempted break-in, Julius. Now, do you believe me, or do you need an affidavit?
I don't care. I want you to get over to that flower show.
Okay, just as soon as I can. But for now, I'm going to Julius, just to make sure everything's all right.
I don't pay you to go to Julie.
I've checked everything, Julie.
no sign of a prowler.
I didn't just imagine somebody tried to break in here.
Well, I didn't think you would. But whoever it was had a chance to leave before I got here.
Great. What do I do now? Wait for him to come back?
We're hoping he doesn't, but you can always call us back again. The only thing is, I'm afraid I just can't stay here. I'll take another look around outside before I leave. You'll make sure you keep your door locked. Murphy, come on.
Is there a jump button I'm missing? Okay. What's this?
City desk, please.
Is that hurting me? Oh. It's just squishing me into the ceiling. That's no good. That one hurts too. That's lame.
Getting away. Can you stop him?
I could, but what if you have some friends who come in while I'm gone?
Oh, good point. Look, I'm grateful. I'm also kind of at a loss for words. I mean, I know you're Spider-Man, but being face-to-face sort of blows my mind.
Just make sure that after I'm gone, all your windows are locked as well as your door.
I can't spend my whole life locked up in here.
If you don't stay in here, you may not have much more life.
I can't even touch anyone.
My jump button.
It'll be fixed.
Well, thanks. For what it's worth, I'm too scared not to be careful.
Sure. Come on.
It happened, but she got away. I don't pay you to call me with excuses. But I couldn't help it. Spider-Man stopped me.
If you can't handle a job,
Thank you.
hire someone to help you.
Ching,
But
ching.
I want that girl taken care of. Okay.
Automated button presses. I like it. Oh no.
Who's there?
Here.
Are you alone?
Yeah, I left the butler downstairs with my footman and chauffeur.
Want to know something? I'm really glad to see you.
I know something. I'm glad to hear that. But Julie, you're trying.
Some character came in through the window and grabbed me before I knew what was happening. Then Spider-Man shows up out of nowhere and scares them off.
Really?
Yeah, well, the question is, what do I do now?
Well, what we've got to try to do is figure out who is trying to get to you and why.
I've tried.
Okay. Let's start with what we know. Now, it figures that somebody wants a picture that you took, most likely from the airport. You must have taken a picture of the man who's absent.
I told you, the only pictures I took at the airport were of the plane that was quarantined, the airport manager. Hey, the guard.
What guard?
All right, this sounds crazy, but when you shoved my arm, I took a picture
Yeah, that could be, but you don't have the picture anymore. Do you remember what he looks like?
I think so. Well, let's go back to the airport and look for him.
No. If he was a phony, he wouldn't still be at the airport.
Probably not.
But we could go down to the newspaper morgue and buzz through some mugshots. Maybe he'll spot us.
Okay.
Now look, if we don't get a lead on this character, you have got to hold up here.
If I wasn't so scared, I'd argue with you.
I'll believe it. For once, we agree.
They say they've got to wait for the kidnappers to make a move. I don't know, a ransom note or something.
That's customary procedure.
But this case is different. Doesn't mean you've been involved in a cover-up right from the start. Now, you've got enough muscle to get to the bottom of this. You've got to help Julie.
I don't have that much muscle.
Mr. Jameson, a girl's life is at stake.
The government has put on the clamps. I was approached by the State Department and asked to keep this very quiet. National security. The FBI is carrying the ball.
They're looking out for government interests. I'm looking out for Julie.
Well, obviously, all the agencies will try to help a kidnap victim.
Yeah, so long as it doesn't interfere with national security.
If you've got any information, I'll pass it along to the FBI.
No, I told the police everything I know.
Then we're stymied.
No, wait, there's one lead. There's one lead that we haven't followed yet.
Huh? What's that?
The guy in jail. The guy who broke into jail.
The police questioned him for hours. They got after nothing.
That's right, so why keep him there?
Are you suggesting that any criminal who refuses to talk should be released from jail?
What if the Bugle were to put up his bail money?
That's ridiculous.
It's our only chance. He's out of jail. Maybe he'll lead me to jail.
The Bugle's not about to throw away $5,000. Criminal undoubtedly jumps bail. He'll figure out he's being released so he can be followed. He'll lose you and refuse to go near any of his associates.
But Julie has been kidnapped. She could be killed.
But call her paper. Let's have it up there.
And maybe get a beat on the story the kidnappers have kept.
Against my better judgment. Give me the accounting department.
Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Good luck, have fun.
Are you ready? Fight! The fight is officially underway. The fight has finally begun. Which one of these two will emerge on top? Let's go!
He's spamming now, bro. Using it. Spamming now. No bullshit ass signal helping you. Let's go. This bullshit, man. This is the last round. Fight! Spamming now. They even spamming. They just spamming. And that's why you lost, because you're spamming. See the jump.
doesn't mean I have a good game this second. I have to fix this. What's going on with the screen? We even need it in the weird mode. I don't think we do. Can't have that.
You put it up, did you? No, you... Set up by who? You followed? No, I was careful. Of course you were followed. Why else would they let you out? No chance. I was very careful to see that nobody followed me. In fact, I wore this so nobody would know me. Oh, I'm not even going to talk to you. Get rid of her. We're clearing out fast.
How would the whole base just disappear? That makes no sense. It's the case of the disappearing object. Oh. Okay. This isn't a very secure system. And why did that open? That's not right either. What was that beat?
This is Office 7241 of the Empire State Building. Tell the police there's a kidnapping in progress.
Thanks. Please get me loose before any newspapermen show up. I've got to get my camera. Hey, what are you doing? I need the picture.
Okay. Here, I'll take these off your feet. Yeah, you should be all right now.
Wait, finish up.
Here come the Marines. You'll be all right.
Hey, why did you take those pictures? I need them. Should I get them?
Well, to tell you the truth, Spider-Man took that picture and he gave it to me. I don't care who took it as long as we can use it. It's a great job. As a matter of fact, if it hadn't been for Spider-Man...
Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm only interested in the end results.
On the other hand, are you trying to tell me that you couldn't do your job if it weren't for Spider-Man's help? Why am I paying you?
For pictures, Mr. Jameson, just like the one you have right here in your hand. Right, Pete?
Right.
Man, you left yourself wide open in there. A few more seconds, Jameson would figure out some questions you might not want to answer.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Would you like me to try and think of some?
Can you tell us something about your plans now that you're a free man? Had any experiences in prison you'd like to share with us? Are you going to write a book?
Are the conditions in this prison as bad as we've been
I'm not prepared to answer any questions at this point in time. I will say this. The technical violation of campaign law which occurred several years ago is in the past. I'm going to ask that you leave it there.
How would you rate your political future? No regrets?
Oh, I have regrets. My status under the law regarding politics and public service is permanently inoperative. However, my desire to serve the people of the state is unchanged. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Colbert. Just between us. My sources indicate that you are getting involved in prison reform.
Now, I don't know who you are, and I don't know how you came by that information.
I'm Julie Master. I'm with the Register.
Off the record, the answer is yes.
But, prison reform is government connected. You just finished explaining it.
That's a special ruling by the Board of Corrections.
But it's not an easy thing to come by. How do you plan to get it?
Delicate. That's why I don't want any publicity, because it would damage my chances. And now you could damage my chances. But I trust that you won't. And that's all. Thanks.
An innocent fellow, for he's an innocent fellow, for he's an innocent fellow. Finally.
You didn't think I'd do it, did you? No, I didn't. I'm sure I'm glad you did. Last time I heard you sing was
my campaign plane grounded by snow in that little town upstate.
Port Jersey. I was doing advanced publicity for you.
Where to, folks?
The Bugle building, please.
He said yes?
He said he'll see you.
That didn't go the way I wanted.
Mr. Jameson, it's going to take a lot of convincing to get him to your side. I wish I could do more, but...
You've already done far more than I thought anyone would do, Rita. I've got to get him to listen to me.
I don't have to listen to her,
convicted felon is Colbert. And I never did like your brand of politics either.
Your editorial page has made your position very clear over the years. Why did you agree to see me? Take personal pot shots at me?
Because of that young lady out there. And incidentally, she has an ally in Mr. Parker here.
I'm here because I need your help, Mr. Jameson. I need someone of high stature, of high standing in the community like yourself to intervene with the prison board on my behalf.
Can you give me one good reason why I should go to bat for you? Just give me one good reason.
Time. Thousands of discarded men who are running out of it and who are running out of patience as well. The conditions in that prison aren't fit for animals. I've seen zoos with bigger cages.
Well, you know what it's like. I mean, prisons are supposed to offer some kind of rehabilitation. And in fact, they do. The jungle survived. Certainly not for life in the community.
So what makes you think that Colbert here can do a better job than the experts who tried and failed?
Because I've lived it. I know what the problems are. I know what causes them. And I want an opportunity to do something about it. I want to make a contribution. Call it retribution if it makes you feel any better. But I need your help.
You know, we've got an opportunity here not only to help, but also to get a good story out of it.
Well, I need some time to think it over. That's the best I can do right now. If I do agree, the Bugle gets an exclusive. That Parker goes along to cover the story.
That was it. No more chances. No more chances.
Well, he didn't say no.
Ah.
But he didn't say yes either. And I'll bet he didn't give you any indication of when he would say yes.
Well, I think you believe in something strongly enough to after.
Rita, would you buzz Jameson right away, please? There's been a riot at the state prison. The ringleaders are a couple of guys named Tate and McTeague.
I knew it was coming.
Tim, do you think you could do anything about this?
I know those men. But by the time Jameson gets finished thinking it over, it's going to be too late.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Tuesday.
Wait just a minute, Rita. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. I think...
What's going on upstairs?
Prison riot. That's right, state prison. These
Ugh.
people are taking hostages, they have control of the security office, and they won't negotiate with the superintendent.
Well, let's get somebody on it. Parker's still out there, isn't he?
So is James Colbert. He thinks he could turn the situation around. The Bugle is in a position to do more than just cover the story, Mr. Jameson. Why don't you give Colbert a chance? Help him to get inside that prison.
Rita, what kind of a hold does this convict have on you anyway?
He may be a convict to you, but to me, he is a dignified human being that gave me a chance once at some self-respect when I really needed it. Mr. Jameson, he gave me my first job, one where I was trusted and given the responsibility I knew I could handle. You know, you get pretty down on yourself when you realize you're nothing more than the corporation's token black.
Is that what you think you are here?
I would not be here if I thought that.
Look, here's my agenda for the day. Get busy on it. After you put through my call to the Board of Corrections.
Look at that. Look at that set of wheels.
Oh, it's the guys from the newspaper.
They're gonna put us in the headline. That's our ticket out of here. What? I got my wire thing and nothing flat. Drive right out the gate.
Yeah, I 6 months ago, on a permanent reservation, Big Ten.
Hey, do us all a favor, okay, big time? Forget it, huh?
But he's right. I've seen a lot of cons try, and I've seen a lot of cons fail. So back off.
Back off on me, big man. Maybe you want to go out of here in a rubber sack. But not this con. You on in? Yeah. You have it. Come on, stand up. With the biggest shield I could find. Come on. Come on. Up
Up against the wall. Hands high. Come on now. Move. No, let me. Yeah. Hey, I said I'd contact you if and when I had anything to say, huh?
Hopeless. I told you you were wasting your time, Colbert.
Warden, may I talk to him? At least let me try.
Take it on the extension.
Hey, this is James Colbert. Hey, Colbert. Gets in your blood, huh? What's the matter? Can't stay away? What do you want?
Just hear me out. That's all I ask.
What for? Why you?
Well, you're going to have to talk to somebody eventually, McGee. I've faced your problems, and I understand them. You know that I do.
But they're not your problems anymore, so what can you do about them?
Well, with your cooperation, I can help you get what you want out of it. Now, what do you say that we get together and talk?
We are talking about it.
Ease you over a cup of coffee.
Hey, just slow down a minute there, Slick. First of all, I have a list of conditions.
You're going to go. Like, get out of this tub.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not through. I take no guards, no guns, and no warden.
I'll agree to that.
McGee, what do you say to a reporter? I say lousy. Reporter?
He doesn't want you involved.
Now, look, I mean, you made a deal, and he's making a mistake. More than that,
You all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine. I was just thinking, maybe you should start negotiating and bring me in later. I'll just back out of here now.
Well, it's your point, McGee. I'm going to see you alone. See you in a few minutes.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Don't make her wet or I'll have his wife. Hold it up! Put it in your gun! Put it down!
Okay, Colbert, like I said.
He's clean.
Well, that was an interesting episode, as good as they've ever been, if I do say so myself. I've been your host, your obedient servant, Sebastian St. Seraphine Smalls, joined, as always, by faithful cat Festus, and as always, say hi to the Pam Cam when we can, and catch you guys. Thanks so much for swinging by. Hope you had a great time, and catch you guys on the flip side.
For now, I have gotten rid of them. But Keiko is right. We have a long way to go. I had to agree that he could cover me. He'll be back.
Then he could still blow this whole caper.
I'm going to see that he can't. Next time his name appears in a news flash, it will be in a nugget column.